In this video, I'm going to let you in on one of the top cash flow killers that, if left unchecked, will devalue your property and make your cash flow go negative. Hi, I'm Christian with Landlord Advocates. We're all about providing you with the tools and resources to make sure that you make more money and you get to keep some more in your pocket. This video is a part of the full 27-point Cash Flow Killer Masterclass, and you can download it for free right now if you click the link here or here. With that, let's get started and dive right in. Let's take a look at Cash Flow Killer number 18. Emergency, voicemail full. Okay, this has to do with the part of property management of after-hours emergencies. See, unfortunately, not all the issues in the world arise during the time of regular business hours, 9 to 5 typically. What happens if it's 6:30 p.m. and all of a sudden a water main breaks in the house and the house is flooding? What do the tenants do? Well, a good company, for all those who are with a property management company or seeking a property management company, they're going to have a process that they explain to the tenants of exactly what to do in the case of an emergency when they sign their lease. Now, a lot of times, the right way to do this is to have a dedicated person or persons within that management company that have an after-hours phone. And they use this phone only, of course, after hours, and they monitor it till whatever the time may be per company. Some go to 8, some go to 9, some go to 10 p.m. And that way, when an emergency happens in the house, the tenants are aware of this phone number, and that's who they call. The maintenance coordinator or the personnel that's handling the phone knows exactly what to do, and there's general guidelines of exactly how to handle things. But the reason I call this voicemail full, it's funny, there's actually been a few stories that I know of recently where companies have after-hours phones. The people don't answer them that are supposed to be, and the tenants go to leave a voicemail, and the voicemail's full. I mean, what kind of monitoring system is that? You have to make sure that the company has the correct system in place and the correct people that can monitor these phones. Now, I want to talk to you self-managed people. I want to talk to you about your game plan. What are you going to do? What is your game plan for when an emergency happens and it's after hours, okay? I'm talking about you're on vacation. Let's say you went to Costa Rica on a fishing trip. I wish I was you if I was doing that, but if you're out of town, the point is, if you're in a place where there's no cell service, what happens when your tenants have a huge issue like that broken pipe and the entire house is flooding, they can't get a hold of you? What if they call a company to come out and solve it, like a big remediation company, and they call the most expensive, biggest name possible? They call the worst company to come out. They call a company that's unreputable. Maybe they call the cheapest company, thinking that they're going to please you by doing the cheapest. What if they don't know what the heck they're doing, this company? So the point is this. You have to have a game plan, self-managed people, that whether it's a separate cell phone from your own personal phone, which is what I would recommend doing, because I don't recommend tenants having your own personal number, because there's just so many things that can go wrong with that. You know, over the years, you're building a tenant base of people that have moved in and out of your property. People have your cell phone. It's just not a good situation to be in. So self-managed people, absolutely, I would have a separate phone, have a game plan. Tell your tenants when they move in, I'll be monitoring this phone till this time. I would make it 9 o'clock at night, or that's up to you, and you should have a certain time in the morning, pre-morning hours that they can call. And there's probably a really good chance that they'll never have to call you on that phone. I would hope and I would pray that there's never such an emergency in the house that warrants that type of phone call. But you also have to make sure that the tenants understand, and this goes for property management companies too, and they should tell the tenants that, you really shouldn't use after hours phones unless it is an emergency. Because a lot of times they can abuse it for the smallest things, and it just becomes annoying at that point. So again, property management companies, if you're searching for them or with one now, you have to make sure that there's an emergency after hours phone that isn't sitting there with a full voicemail. And self-managed people, find out your game plan. Get a separate phone. Tell your tenants when you're going to monitor it. If you're going on vacation, make sure somebody is monitoring the phone, because the last thing you want is a huge disaster in the house and nobody knows how to take care of it. That was just one of the 27 cash flow killers that's waiting for you inside the full masterclass, which you can download for free by clicking the link here or there. All you have to do is simply enter your details and you'll get instant access to the complete masterclass training for free. You might be asking yourself, why is it free? And if I was in your shoes, I'd be thinking the same thing. We're planning on putting this on the market for $197 in the future, but before we do that, we need some documented success stories. So go on over, watch the full masterclass, give us your feedback if you think it's worthy. With that, we'll see you on the other side. We can't wait.